Okay, it looks like that's all up and working. I'm going to move this later. So I'm just waiting for a couple of people to show up before I start going over, going over what mods I'm running, how I modded this. I am playing on PC. When I do the world generation and first spawn in, I suspect there's going to be a massive lag spike at that point because I'm streaming and playing on a single computer. So, a bit of a test to see if this works. Hey, what's going on, Wiz? So I'm hoping I can get through this stream without pitching a coughing fit, basically. He says as he starts to feel like he has to cough. So hopefully I've got that silence button in a place that's easy to get to because I suspect I'll be using it a fair bit. Yeah, I'm still not 100%. You can probably tell from my voice. I'm still a little bit filled up. And it looks like we got 3 on YouTube, one of which is me, so that's 2. So I am going to be playing Minecraft. This is it's the Java edition, which is the native PC version. You can play both on PC, but Java is the better moddable edition. Just going to go over the mods. So basically, I created a my own mod pack using CurseForge. I've chosen the mods that I like playing with. Basically, I didn't put a lot into the mod because, or a lot of mods into the pack that I created, simply because the more you put in, the more possible lag or the more RAM you eat up, and therefore the harder it is on your machine to run. I could certainly put more in here. It's also the reason that it's 1.20.1 and not the current 1.21. And I can't remember what it is. Mods tend to run at least a generation behind for the mods that I want to play, so therefore I'm playing a slightly older version of Minecraft. So, going through the mod list, you should be able to see it here. Actuary is an API. What that basically is it's a library of. That's basically what it is. It's a library. So it was loaded by another mod, basically. Same thing, I believe, with, I can't remember Bomb. Bookshelf, I'm not positive on. First one I definitely loaded in was Botania. It is a magical, if you want to call it, mod with flowers. First of the quality of life for me mods that help with farming are Botany Pots and Botany Trees as part of it, and then Botany Trees. That just allows for easier creation of farms for food and for trees. It's going to take a while before I can create them because of the things that they require. But it will allow for easier farming as I get out of the first or the new tier of playing and into the or early game and get into mid game. Oh, that sucks, Wiz. So that's that. Chunk loaders is exactly what it sounds like. Minecraft runs on chunks. They're basically cubes that go from build limit to bedrock. This allows you to keep chunks loaded without having to resort to some. You can do it in game with naturally occurring things. This just makes life easier. Cloth is an API. Clumps. This bundles together XP. It reduces lag, basically, is what it does, because it reduces the amount of items that are in the world. It clumps them together, so you still get your XP, but it creates less lag. Cooking for blockheads is exactly what it sounds like. We're blockheads playing Minecraft, so this allows you to create food that doesn't exist in the vanilla game. Corail Tombstone. So when you die in vanilla Minecraft, all of the things that you're wearing drop on the ground. By the time you get back to where your corpse was, chances are some of it will have despawned. What this does is it basically makes a tombstone with all of your gear, so you get everything back. Okay, good whiz. Yeah, this has been a shit cold and flu season so far. Curios is an API. Ender crop. So one thing that becomes important in this game is ender pearls, and in order to get them, you have to kill ender men. They're hard to kill, especially early game. Basically, what this allows you to do is farm ender pearls. You create the seed from one normal wheat seed surrounded by 4 ender pearls, which means that if I get really, really lucky, I only have to kill 4 endermen before I can start growing them. That's not how things work in this game. I'm probably going to have to farm a fair number of them. Ender chests and ender tanks. These are basically, if you're for farms, if you put something in an ender chest and you have something or 2 ender chests that are linked together, that you actually color code the top of them. Hey, Thorn. I'm doing better. I wouldn't say I'm doing well. I'm still coughing. I still feel slightly cotton-headed, and mornings are god-awful. Late evenings are god-awful as well. So we'll see how long I make it tonight. So back to ender chests. With these chests, and I don't know if you can see it in the little tiny picture, there are actually 3 nubs, if you will, on top. You can color code those and create channels. And if you've got 2 ender chests or 2 ender tanks on the same channel, they share inventory, which means that you can load things into one chest and then extract them across dimensions and huge distances back at your base, which makes, again, remote farming that much easier. Fast leaf decay is exactly what it sounds like. In vanilla Minecraft, the leaves on trees despawn and drop whatever they're going to drop very, very, very slowly, and this speeds that whole thing up. FTB chunks is you can chunk load with it, you can claim chunks, you can do a whole lot of things with it. We've got a couple of different. We've got the FTB library, FTB teams, which again you can claim things for a team. I'm not going to use that. It was part of the pack for getting FTB chunks. Global XP. When you collect XP, you save it on your person, and if you die, you lose it all. What this does is it allows you to save your XP off your body, basically, so that if you die, you've still got your XP. XP is necessary for when we get into enchanting. You need XP levels in order to enchant, to put enchantments on tools, armor, weapons, etc. Inventory sorter basically is just a mouse thing. It allows you to just organize your inventory a lot easier. Iron chests are normal chests that have, depending on what tier that they are, have increased storage without having to get into double chests. Item collectors are exactly that. They're basically wireless hoppers that allow you to collect things that are out in the world. Journey map is a mapping system so that you know where you've been and what's going on. Yeah, this has been a shit season. This cold was friggin' brutal. So with Journey Map, what that does is it gives you a little mini map in the top right corner of your screen, which you'll see here in a minute, but it also allows you to open up a map. You can save waypoints. You can basically, it maps your world as you go, which is highly useful. JEI, or Just Enough Items, is a crafting dictionary, if you want to call it that just makes crafting that much easier. So you type in the name of something you want to craft, click on the item off to the side, and it shows you if you've got all the items, it actually preloads them into your crafting bench. Light overlay. This one it's a simple one. It doesn't have actual light levels. Like I've seen ones in the past where it actually shows you your light levels from 15, which is full light, to 0, which is no light. This one just warns you if you've got spawnable areas because of light level. So that is highly useful for when you're putting down torches on the ground, etc., when you're trying to spawn proof an area. This is a library. Hang on for a sec. And then we get into mechanism. Mechanism is the centerpiece of this mod pack that I've created. Mechanism is it's armor, it's weapons, it's storage, but then it's also machines that will increase the amount that you can craft, like so normal, or sorry, not that you can craft, but for resource collection. So as an example, when you break one piece of iron, you get one clump of iron. When you run that through a furnace, you get one iron ingot. With mechanism, you can go up to 5 times ore processing, which means that one piece of iron ore gives you 5 iron ingots, which is some call it OP. I call it a quality of life thing because I don't have to farm as much. There's also a miner, which means that at a certain point in this game, I won't have to go underground into a cave and start, or I won't have to go caving, and I won't have to go create a strip mine, basically. So that's the appeal for me for mechanism. But with mechanism, everything runs off of power. So you have to create a power generation and storage system to run all this sort of stuff. Excuse me. Mining gadgets. So this was actually created by Direwolf20 in conjunction with another fellow. This basically is a mining laser, if you will, that's upgradable. So again, it just makes mining that much easier and actually kind of fun because you actually get it's shaped like a pistol and it's a mining laser. It's just very, very cool. More on my so more parts of mechanism. Most tweaks is exactly that. It's some quality of life tweaks for inventory management and your mouse management. Open blocks elevator. This one's actually kind of cool. If you have 2 of these cubes of the same color directly over each other, you can actually fast travel between the 2 of them. So it's an instant teleport elevator, if you will. And I have one specific use in mind for it that we will get to eventually. I can't remember what this one is. So this is just it's a library, basically. Refined storage. This is the other big part of what I want to do. So with the vanilla game, in order to store things, you have to put them in chests. Refined storage, it requires power, but it is a digital storage system that you can. I don't know if you can use it across dimensions. There are 3 dimensions in the game, but it does make crafting and auto crafting and electronic or digital storage possible. So huge ability to store massive quantities of stuff. Refined storage add-on gives you a wireless interface with the game. So if you're within range of, which I think is 48 blocks when it's at max, you don't have to be in front of the wall-mounted station. You can remotely access your inventory and craft. RF tools. This is just the base, but I've put in the builder, which is, again, I have some specific use case in mind. For a farm I'm going to need to create in order to get the fuel that I'm going to need for sort of my mid-tier power supply. So think this is just a library. Sophisticated backpacks is exactly that. It's backpack storage. That they're tierable, or so they've got different tiers, which just increases the amount of storage that you have on you. Storage drawers. So again, this is just, it's exactly what it sounds like. They look like filing cabinets, but they're storage for your stuff. Hey, Garrick. It is a custom pack. It's something that I'm created. I'm just going through this right now. I built it in CurseForge. I'm using 1.20.1. So there's 53 mods in total in the pack, and I'm just about most of the way through. I'm almost through it. So if you cycle back, you can see what I'm running. And in fact, it's in the YouTube video description, the different mods that I'm running. So storage drawers, unlike chests, it's one item only, and but you can store up to, with upgrades, like just a massive amount of stuff. You can also put a void upgrade in there. So if you've got a farm running, like a cobblestone generator, instead of clogging up your system, it fills the storage drawer until it reaches its stack limit and then just voids the excess. Roger that, Wiz. These are different libraries. The one probe is, if you've used modded Minecraft before, it's very much like a mod called Wayla. What you see is what you get. So when you look at something, you can see what it is. It will show up on screen. Torchmaster is they're expensive to make, but they're massive radius, no spawn zones, basically. Yeah, absolutely, Thorn. A lot of this stuff is quality of life. Trash cans is exactly what it sounds like. It's the ability to void items or liquids, depending on which version you made. And lastly, it's waystones. So these allow you, even at early game, if you find the waystones, the ability to teleport from a couple of different places. So it just makes getting around the map that much quicker. The advantage of them is you have the ability to teleport between dimensions. So Mechanism actually has a teleporter system or a teleporter thing in it, but that's more mid-game before I'm going to have access to it, whereas waystones, if I find a couple of them, will give me the ability to move around. Yeah, the funny part is playing modded Minecraft is very much vanilla for a while until you get into it. And that's the whole list of all the mods that I'm running. So what I'm going to do is go to my live screen. Just going to close that. So I have not created a world yet. I'm just going to let it randomly generate a seed. So basically we're starting right from scratch. I'm just going to kill my camera here for a second, just so that you can see the full screen. It does explain what Forge version, which is what loads all these mods together. It's Minecraft 1.20.1, and there are actually 57 mods loaded. I said 53, but it's 57. Now that includes some of the libraries that are loaded. So we're going to go single player. We're going to create new world. So let's play series 1. I don't know if I'm going to do this again, but yes, I've played a couple of them. I've played a bunch of Direwolves ones over the years. Which is what's allowed me to narrow it down to the mods that I'm playing. Again, with a powerful enough computer, they're easy to play. If your computer power struggles slightly, or especially RAM-wise, those kitchen sink mod packs can overwhelm the system. So we're survival. We're going to go normal difficulty. Cheats are off. For the world, we're going to go default. I'm going to leave the seed blank. We're going to go have a look at the seed later because I'm going to throw it in the description. There's nothing else that I need in here. Structures are on. Bonus chest is off. And like I said, this may lag me out. So here we go. We're creating a new world. So you guys can let me know on audio playback if that lagged me out. So here we go. Brand new world. We made the advancement Halloween. Turning my camera back on. So that's where the messages are. So you're going to miss some of the messages as we're going here. We've got the one probe readme. Nothing else on us. You can see my avatar is actually Batman. That was my original username when I started playing this game. I have no inventory other than the one probe manual. So we start this game just like any other game that or Minecraft game, punching trees. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time punching trees, and I'm not going to make a wood axe. I'm going to make a crafting table, some sticks for torches, and then we're going to go see if we can make... I'm going to make a wooden pickaxe. And then we're going to go looking for stone right off the hop. There's a cow there, which would be a good source of food. And I might have to kill that birch tree as well because these leaves are all connected together. So. This one's a little taller, so I'm going to use the first stump just to get up a little bit higher. So this is what I wanted, some of these sticks. So this actually looks like a pretty decent biome right off the hop. I don't have my render distance set out far enough to see if we can spot a village, but there are pumpkins over there. Basically what we're going to do is I'm going to turn all the birch into planks. I'm going to make a crafting table or crafting bench. So you can see your built-in crafting is limited to 4x4, whereas the crafting bench, once I plop it down, is 3x3, which allows you to craft more complex it allows for more complex recipes. So we've already got 5 sticks. We're going to make a pickaxe, and that is the only thing I'm going to make for right now. I'm going to turn all of these into sticks. And we'll save the rest for now. We will take this with us, and we're going to go find some stone. So I'm going to open up Journey Map. I'm going to create... just so that I know where I started from. These all make beacons. You can turn them off, but it allows you to know where you are and where you've been very quickly. So these flowers, these mystical flowers, are part of Botania. I'm not going to start collecting them just yet. It looks like we have a ravine over here. And I could just tunnel straight down, but I'm also looking to see if we do have sheep in the area. Okay. No, I'm going to come back for the sheep. We're going to need some stone first. And then I'm going to make a stone axe. So I'm just going to grab stone until this axe breaks, and then I'm going to make my first bunch of stone tools. And then we're going to see if we can kill some sheep for wool and make a bed. Oh, and we got coal. We might use this as our first bolt hole. So I'm just going to expand this out just slightly. Excuse me. All right. And you're going to have to excuse me for 1 second here. It's going to get very dark on screen, but I have to run to the washroom like you would not believe. So I will be right back, everybody. All right, we're back. Oops. Like I said, I'm just going to use the durability up in these. We're going to turn this into our first base, if you will, just for the first couple of Minecraft nights, because they get kind of sketchy. So we're going to, just because space is going to be a concern, put the crafting table right there. We're going to make stone pickaxe. We're going to make a furnace. Actually, we're going to make 2 furnaces. And we are also going to make an axe. Now, one thing about doors, because this will be a home for us, I'm going to make this interior 7x7. So there's our doorway. We're going to expand that out that way. We're going to expand that out. I think we get room here. Yeah, we get room. We're going to expand out that way. So with doors, always put them on the inside, because if they're on the outside, zombies will kick them in, basically. The other thing that I always do is put a pressure plate on it. That way it's fully automatic for exiting. Once I pass across it, it auto closes behind me. So little redstone trick. It also helps save your life. I'm going to light this up just before we go. Just make a couple of torches. For now, I'm just going to hang one over here, because that should be all we need for right now. That's where that torch is ultimately going to go. The rest of it will come in time. But I'm going to go find those sheeps real quick before... Those sheep quick. Early game. Oh, we got wolves in the area. Damn it. I just missed those. So we've got some food. Let's see if we can find some more sheep. Early game, an axe actually does better damage. Does more damage than a sword. We're probably not going to find any more sheep before night. Damn it. So what we're going to do in that case is we're going to spend our first night underground, away from mobs. And I was right, there are wolves in the area. Get back to our little bolt hole before it gets completely dark and the mobs start to come out. All right, so we're going to widen this out slightly. So the reason for the size of dwelling that I'm making, it's a 7x7 interior or 9x9 exterior. If you've ever watched any Direwolf 20, you recognize that term. It is perfectly illuminated by 4 torches. So we will end up with no dark spots on the floor. So like I said, I'm just going to finish mining this out, and then we're going to create a mining cave and go on underground and mine for the night. So I was hoping that we were going to find, well, I wasted too much time in here because I saw coal. Basically, Minecraft day-night cycle is it's 12 minutes a day, 12 minutes of a night is effectively what you're looking at here now. So we are currently 26 minutes past the hour, so call it 25. At 37, it should be daylight again. We'll go back up top at that point. The reason I'm not using the pickaxe on the stone is it's not the right tool for stone, which will cause you to lose extra durability. And you can see that I'm already halfway through this pickaxe. So we are going to put our 2 furnaces right here. I'm going to make 1 chest, I think. Just so that we have a place to stick the stuff that we're not going to use just yet. I'm going to need food, so we will cook that down once we have 2 more or 4 more. So each piece of coal will give you 8 things, basically. So to be a little bit parsimonious with the limited amount of coal that I have at this point, I'm going to limit myself. Hey, Pip, what's going on? So actually, we get 1 free craft or 1 free thing from this. I'm going to turn that into charcoal and then cook the meat. I'm working in the mines. Excuse me. What I burned to make that piece of charcoal was the wood axe, a wood pickaxe. It will do one single craft, if you will. So we'll make some more torches. Probably more than I meant. Used all my coal, but whatever. We will find more, and that gives us 8 plus. So we will make a mine right here. So the way I do this is 5 tall. I'm going to make another couple of pickaxes before we go. We'll make 4. I'm going to take these with me. I'm going to take all this with me. Just basically, I like to keep things fairly sanitary behind me. So basically what we're doing here is that is 3 deep. That is 4 deep. And this will be 5 deep, and then we'll start stepping down from there. That way I know that it's kind of rich, if you want to call it that, but that will keep me from bumping my head as we go down. Because I'm going to put stairs in here. You can get away with 3. I prefer 5. And we're looking for iron. So I think it's 16 off the top of my head. So under the mini map, your Y coordinate is your height or your depth. That was cool. We're currently at 59, so we got a ways to go down. I'm just going to consult the oracle because I'm looking for my optimal iron depth. Y16 and Y56. Now we're into tin and copper. We need iron, though. And I've always found mining early game very soothing. So this is nice. Hey, Greyhound Baker, what's going on? I'm doing okay. Recovering from a cold. So, you know, the crap part about any kind of Minecraft, now it's 34 minutes past the hour, so another 3 minutes it should be daylight out. So we'll take this down for another little bit. And it looks like we got coal. And copper. More interested in the coal. And hoping that I run into iron. And I'm not mining this stuff yet because, and this is a peculiarity of mine, if you want to call it that, is I don't like leaving pockets in an area where I'm going to be mining because things can spawn in there. So I typically plug my holes behind me with cobblestone. It's down to 44. All right, we're coming up on 37, so should be daylight again. I want to do some world exploring. I'm hoping that we can find some more sheep so that we can actually craft a bed. So we're going to leave this behind. I've got an axe. I've got this. Don't need that. We've got our food. We've got some torches. So we are good. And I am going to mark this as home for now. Just so that we don't get too horribly lost. Go see if we can find 2 more sheep. Or a village. Or a cave. This could be dangerous simply because I don't yet have a shield. Yeah. We will come back. There's sheep. Are you Mr. Sheep? Yeah, it's that time of day for him. He's picking his son up at work. So we see a pig. We do not see any sheep. Ooh, that is late, bud. How have you been anyway? I haven't chatted with you in quite a while. Not seeing any iron there. Oh, it's a black sheep, though. We need a white sheep. Nice. That's always good. I've gotten 2 pieces of wool so far. The last piece eludes me. I need 1 more sheep. And still no iron. So we're off to a very slow start. Lots of trees around. I should have... next time I go out exploring, I'm going the other direction because that was a plains. And there's our iron. And it's just about night. So we will try and make it back without dying. This could be rather sketchy. Went a fair bit further than I had intended. lived. And we can actually make a little bit of iron armor at this point. So that would be 8, and that would be 8. So give me 1 second while this is cooking down. The bad side of having this cough is I'm drinking a shit ton of water, which the downside of that is I got to pee all the time. So give me 1 sec, everybody. I'll be right back. All right, so back just for that time for that to finish, and we will do 8 chops. And that will take care of that. So with 8 iron, I definitely want an iron pickaxe. I'm going to use up these picks first, but I do want them. And then we'll make 1 piece of armor. I'm going from memory here. We can make a helmet. Hang on. I'd like the chest piece. I just don't remember how to make it. Need 7. So I can make pants or a helmet. We'll go with the helmet. So that does give us a little bit of armor protection. We definitely don't want to take the rotten flesh with us. I'm going to take the door with me in case we end up underwater. This is where definitely would be nice if we could sleep through the night. So we'll go underground again. May as well use these up. They're slow, but and if any of you have not ever played Minecraft before, you probably saw me jumping up when I was about to strike something. That actually, you deal more damage from the jump. Osmium, we're definitely going to need that. Osmium is required by one of the mod packs I've got in here. Mechanism. Oh, we're about to open up into a big ravine here. And there it is. Excuse me. Oops, want that, don't want that, don't need that. All right, we're going out to the plains this time. Well, that's leather. And more steak. I don't like slaughtering all the animals in one spot, but... We've got horses here, though. This is actually a really good spot if I can just find one more friggin' sheep. There it is. So we now have a bed. Should have taken the wool with me. You know what? We'll go back. We'll carry on. What I want now is a village. So I'm just going to check my map. Might be a village at that corner. Oh, there's one right there. Twofold reason for wanting to go to a village. One is I want to trap the villagers inside so that we have villagers available for a villager breeder at some point. And there's a lot of resources in a village that's the best place to find them. And we may end up moving over here and just setting up camp. There's water nearby. It's nice and flat. And now that I found, of course, now that I have enough wool, we're going to find a village, which means I can pilfer a bed. And there's more sheep here. And there's bees. This is a good spot. Hey, Dirt, what's going on, brother? Thank you for the 9 months in a row. Dude. Go on in. All right, so we got him in. I didn't even look to see what his trades were. We got a butcher. So worst case, we've got 2 of them. No, and this might be number 3. We got a blast furnace and we got iron. Yes, please. Oh, no, that's smooth stone. God damn it. Like I said, at this point, I'm just trapping the guys inside. Mason. That way they can't be killed by zombies. And then we'll have some available for a potential villager breeder. And oh, yes, please. What I'm saying yes, please, to is all that wheat. So it's a good food source. I can make bread from that. and a waystone. So we're going to take that with us for the next one we find. And there's a ruined portal. God damn, this place has everything. Oh, no, I'm full. God damn it. Well, I'm not going to need these golden axes. Don't remember if I can mine. No, it's going to take me forever. All right, time to go home. We're full. See if I can trap one more villager. Okay, most of these guys are safe. All right, let's start heading back. I did trap this guy, I think. Yeah. Yes, that's exactly what he's doing. Wouldn't normally eat up my food saturation by running, but it is dark out. All right. All right. So, bed found. We got enough to make a spare bed. We got a bunch of nuggets, so I'm going to turn these into ingots. So, first ability to teleport, which is awesome. That's close enough to 1. Excuse me. Right. I'm going to make another iron axe because I know I'm going to need it here. Collect this food and then be on our way. I'm going to take the spare bed with us. No, yeah, it's definitely in my chest. Pretty sure I saw water over. There's a big body of water north of us. There's a river over here. We'll go have a look at the river. It is productive, but it's mostly a tickle. No, actually, I'm going to go have a look at this. Don't know what it is. Or that's through the forest, isn't it? Yeah, well. Because that was either another village or might have been, I don't know. We'll go over and have a look, though. And then we're going to start making farms and shit like that. Lots of luck with coal. Absolutely no luck whatsoever for iron. Right on. All right, Pip. You have a great night, brother. And we will see you the next time. More coal down there, but I'm more curious as to what this is over here. Hard to know what that is. Just a big friggin' mountain. I was hoping it might have been the start of a mesa. But we might get lucky and see some above ground iron over here. I can't remember what these are. Well, it's the start of a savanna biome. Shit. We'll go exploring this way for a while. I got a bed with me now, so I can just sleep through the night anytime. Ooh, yeah, it looks like swamp. And ocean. And Thorn, if you don't like the sound of my cough now, you should have heard it earlier in the week. It was terrible. Frogs. Get rid of that question mark one. Excuse me. It was really mucusy, is basically, without getting too gross about it, especially in the morning. Just it was always productive, but it just, yeah, just lots and lots and lots of it. First thing in the morning, I'm still coughing a lot. This time of day, it's just dry and tickly. Looks like osmium and coal. So iron up there. Single iron up there. No, I don't remember where the iron is. Straight up. I think I'm going the right way. Yes. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what it felt like, except more like half an hour. Midnight soon. Yeah, you and me both. I really don't want to have to try and travel if I'm sick. There's more osmium up there. Oh, absolutely. Same for me. I might actually have enough osmium to start crafting some of the early game mechanism things. But I think I'm pretty sure I need redstone. Yeah, I can't let coal go past. Excuse me. Ooh, dripstone. That's not what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. Pitch friggin' black in here. Shit. It's 10. Hey, Terry, what's going on? I think it's time for me to make my way back toward my home base. Such as it is. I'm doing okay. Just getting over a cold. Excuse me. So still coughing like crazy. Oh shit. Oops. Oh, another ruined portal. Yeah, this cold, man. If you got the same one that I got, it was fucking awful. Like I got it 2 weeks ago and I'm still coughing. It's the main reason I've not been online. I couldn't string 5 words together without coughing at one point. Yeah, me and coughing are we're best friends. Um, it's because of my allergies. It never ever actually fully goes away, which is cool. No, not really. So what I really need to do at this point, like I said, I'm going to head back to my temporary digs. I need to find redstone. I need to get the rest of my iron. I need a full set of iron armor. And then I also need to set up some crop farms. And pick a spot to build a first base, if you will. What time is it here? Yeah, because I'm not living in this hole in the ground any longer. So get 14 more iron. So while that's smelting, I'm going to run to the washroom. I'm just going to kill my camera and mute my mic and head over. So I will be right back. Right. I can't remember how this goes. There it is, chest piece. Not quite enough. 3 armor pieces isn't bad. Just need the pants. That's not what they're called. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Okay. Better armored. What a shield. I can make a shield. Yeah. Okay. And it is night out. So I think I'm going to move everything over to the village. This is just going to take a little bit to do. Got enough to make a chest when we get over there. Yeah, we're going to set up home base in that village, and I'm going to set up a couple crop farms and set up a villager breeder, which will be difficult initially because I don't have a friggin'... Well, no, I can... Talking to myself. Yeah, I know how I'm going to do it. And then we need to actually do some mining. I need redstone. Desperately need redstone. But with a villager breeder, we can actually start doing villager trading. And I can get ultimately all the diamond gear that I want out of a village. So we will return this to its... I can remember where it was. When I say this, I mean the teleporty thingy, the waystone. We'll probably appropriate this as our house. There it is. Just looking for a house that I haven't trapped somebody in, or we might just appropriate one of these. Good enough. So this house is going to be fugly initially, and I don't care. One more trip. So this is the part of the game where it sucks. Things go really, really, really slow. It's hard to get resources. It's hard to do anything. So it's just a matter of enjoying it for what it is. And I am going to, at some point, find the hive that bee is coming from, or those bees are coming from, and move it to somewhere where I can farm them. Excuse me. So the disadvantage of moving into the advantage of moving into a village is there's resources. The disadvantage is unless you protect the villagers, they're going to get killed at night. Or if you yeah. The other thing is you can make sure that you sleep every single night, but if not, they're going to get turned by villagers into zombies. So what I need to do is set up, if I can find a one-hole water source, because I don't have a bucket yet. Make a garden, and there's a composter there. I can basically make a villager breeder. Okay. By the way, I did change the audio path or the audio effects I've got on my microphone. I put a noise reduction plug-in on it and swapped out a couple of other things. How does it sound? Is the front part of my are the front part of my syllables getting chopped off, or is it sound normal? Okay, so I'm gonna want the dirt and the carrots. Yeah, that's exactly what that's due to. And I know there was a garden here that I raided somewhere. It's over here. Okay. When there's water here. Okay. Okay, so we want this. Okay. I can't remember how many I need. 4 sides of, I think I need 40. Go with that. So this is going to take a while. So here's a trick for getting in and out of your farm if you need to. If you put a carpet anywhere, you can hop up and over, but no one else can. And without the carpet there, you can't. Now what I do need to do is roof this. So we're going to do it in slabs. Probably going to have to put a fence gate in here. In fact, I know I am. For crying out loud, dog wants in. Hang on. Inhaling water doesn't help the cough. Oh my goodness. All right. So we need more slabs. Need to put that up one more. God damn it. Right, now I need a bunch of slabs. What you name a crafting bench for? All right. Sun's going down. No, exactly. Don't have to manage smoke. That's a very good point. So the reason for the roof is if there is a lightning storm, or a thunderstorm rather, they can be turned into, I think it's witches. And so this is now my way in and out. Now I do need a solid block over top of this thing. So I need them to have the composter so that they will take the trade of farmer. But I don't want them to have access to it because then they will use all their crops in the composter rather than for trading with each other, which is ultimately what we want. Because as soon as they start trading with each other, that's how they breed. And we also need some beds over here. So I need as many beds as we have people to breed, so I can make one more, so that'll be 3. Not good. That's I thought I had fences. What the hell did I do with the fences? There they are. Good God, I'm blind. I also need a boat. This is how we're going to transport the villagers. Get out. How the hell do I get out? I don't want to trade him. God damn it. I want him to go back. I don't have emeralds. No, I want him back. Okay, we have a farmer. One. Oh, maybe not. So that should cause his job to despawn. Not quite yet. All right. No, they do not get defense strated. Basically, what I have to do now is get rid of the beds that are in the village and put them over there. Not him. No bed in there. No bed there. Librarian, I'm going to keep. Guy's a farmer, I believe. We'll build the rest of this because there needs to be a way for them to try and access the beds, and then I can trap them down below or in an underground area. Such is life. Don't care. Not quite ready yet. 57%. All right. Ultimately, what I want is nothing but carrots in that farm. So I do need to just basically wait for that to be fully populated, and then I have to start feeding him. I'm going to see if I can make a, well, let me run to the washroom first, and then we'll see if we can make a botany pot. Don't think I can make one yet. But anyway, I will be right back. All right, let's see if we can find some clay. So, terracotta is clay. That is 4. And then the flower pot is 3 bricks, which is 3, 23. I need 23 clay. Needed 5. Okay, we're good enough. Terracotta. Goddamn stupid. Excuse me. While those are cooking, I'm going to go steal some carrots. This place is going to need a lot of terraforming but we're just getting started. I need them to be hopper ones in order for them to extract directly into chests. So we can't do that just yet. But this will grow food a lot faster. And I think I can turn these directly into hopper pots with a hopper. Yeah. Which I need iron. I need to start gathering resources. So what I'm going to do is turn one of these buildings into the start of a place to go mining. So it's just sticks. That'll get us down a little ways, and We've got some trap doors. Got some food. Excuse me. So the fastest way to grow crops is actually to alternate, but I want these to be all carrots. I wonder if that will open with a pressure pad. Can't remember if it does or not. Nice. Well, I think that's far enough for tonight. So we'll go start smelting up what we have. Plant a few more carrots, and then we'll pick this up again tomorrow night. It's going to be a while before it starts to get into the tech stuff. By the way, that's the late level overlay. I'm hitting F7, and you can see the areas where you saw underground that it was dark. Yellow is can spawn. Red is will spawn. All right, full set of iron armor. Got an iron pickaxe. We need a stone or an iron axe. We'll use that up. So that's 9 attack. That's 9 attack. So it's the same attack damage. And I'm going to need to actually build a base and an iron golem farm. So yeah. Oh, I can make hoppers now. Getting there. Where the hell did the other guy go? How the hell did he get out? Yeah, I definitely need to make a proper farm. All right, I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to farm a little bit more of these carrots and probably go get a bag of chips and then crawl it a bit and call it a night. For those of you who continue to watch me, regardless of what I play, I appreciate you guys. Thorn, I hope you have Tower Glass for my wife. Yeah, this is, like I said, modded is different. Some of them are quality of life stuff like we talked about. You know, the rest of it is, we'll get to it. It's probably going to take 4 or 5 of these sessions before I start getting into the tech stuff, which is where the fun starts. But like I said, with that, I'm going to call it a night, and I will catch you guys. I'm going to be back tomorrow night. It's looking like I'm back in Toronto next week. So Sunday afternoon, I'm traveling. So tomorrow night, Saturday night, I'll stream. And then as soon as I get back, which would be Friday next week, I'll start up again. I'm going to be doing this on a much more regular basis. I'm going to be playing Minecraft. I don't know what else I'm going to be playing. It just depends on how I feel. Like I said, I was getting really, really, really burned out on a lot of the games that I was playing. So there it is. All right. Thanks, Thorn. Very much appreciated. And with that, I'm going to sign off. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hope you all are feeling better than I am. And with that, I'm going to launch out of here, and we'll catch you guys in the next stream tomorrow night. Take care, everybody.